So people often ask me, how do you know when someone's ready to move from first series into second series? Here are a few things that I would look out for. If you're wondering for yourself, I'm in first series and I've been practicing it for a while, and am I ready to move on to second series? The first pose in second series is Pashasana. So in the first series, we have all the Marichasana poses, particularly C and D, that are really preparatory poses for Pashasana. I mean, they're poses on their own, but they're also really preparing the body for Pashasana. So if you're wondering whether you're ready to move on to Pashasana, first look at your Marichasana C and D and see where you're at with that. Ideally, you're really deep into the twist and you can bind your hands before you're ready to go on to Pashasana for sure. And you're also going to notice if in Karmasana you're able to bind your arms. That's going to tell you if you have enough opening through the shoulders. But that shoulder opening and that deep spinal twist is really important, and the places where we develop that for second series is in the first series in Marichasana C and D. Before attempting the second series foot leg behind the head poses, any of them, you should really be at fairly far along in Karmasana from first series. So in Karmasana, your arms should be straight out to the side and your shoulders should actually be behind your knees. So your knees should be on top of your shoulders in Karmasana. And the chest could even actually touch the floor in Karmasana. And then Supta Karmasana, the pose right after Karmasana, you should be able to clasp. You may not be able to get your legs behind the head without the help of a teacher, but you should absolutely be able to clasp, and your legs should be externally rotated there before you're ready to go on to a leg behind the head pose from second series. Another key pose to look at is your Urdhva Dhanurasanas. The very beginning of second series is a series of back bends, which requires a lot of energy, requires a lot of endurance, and it's also very, very opening in the shoulders and in the back. So you want to be sure that in Urdhva Dhanurasana, your arms can be completely straight and you have a fairly deep back bend. Ideally, you can come up to standing and drop back, but that could take a little extra time. But at the very least, Urdhva Dhanurasana should be really strong. I would also pay attention to headstand. You want your headstand to be solid away from the wall in the middle of the room, and you should be able to hold it for 3 to 5 minutes. Long, deep, smooth breaths, and you shouldn't have a sore neck or shoulders. You should be really doing that pose properly so that you're really working your arms in the pose so that there's minimal weight in the head. Later on in second series, at the end of second series, there's 7 headstands, and in those, because of the arm variations in the 7 headstands, there is going to be more weight in the head because you don't have the arms. But your body should be so strong and your core should be so strong that it's not all dumping into your neck and you're at risk for a neck injury.